The phone rang 3 times before she finally looked at it. Unknown number. Miriam stared at the screen, her thumb hovering over the decline button. "I'm not in the mood," she muttered. Life had a way of draining her lately, and today was no exception. The phone stopped ringing. She exhaled in relief. But something didn't sit right. Miriam sat on the edge of her small couch, staring at the quiet room. It had been 6 months since she lost her job. 6 long, exhausting months. First she had hope. She prayed, applied everywhere, stayed positive. But slowly, hope faded. Rejections became normal. Silence became louder. Even her prayers felt like they hit the ceiling and bounced back. "God, are you even listening?" she whispered. Her phone rang again. Same unknown number. This time she frowned. "Persistent," she said under her breath. She picked up. "Hello." Silence. "Hello," she repeated. Then a weak voice responded. "Miriam." Her heart skipped. "Yes, who is this?" "It's Sarah." Miriam froze. Sarah. She hadn't heard that name in years. Sarah used to be her closest friend. They did everything together, church, school, life. Until one day, everything fell apart. A misunderstanding. Harsh words. Pride. They never spoke again. And now, this. "Miriam," Sarah's voice trembled. I didn't know who else to call. Something in her tone was different. Broken. Fearful. "Are you okay?" Miriam asked cautiously. "No," Sarah whispered. "I'm at the hospital." Miriam sat upright. "What happened?" "I've been sick for a while. I didn't tell anyone." "Why not?" "I was scared and ashamed." Miriam's chest tightened. Sarah continued. "I need surgery, but I don't have anyone here." Silence filled the line. Then came the words that changed everything. "Can you come?" Miriam's mind raced. After everything that happened, after all the pain, now she was calling her. Why now? Her heart hardened. "You disappeared," Miriam said quietly. "You never even tried to fix things." "I know," Sarah replied, tears in her voice. "I was wrong." Miriam closed her eyes. This wasn't fair. She was already struggling. No job, no stability. And now this. "Please," Sarah whispered. "I'm alone." Miriam pulled the phone away and covered the receiver. Her thoughts were loud. "You don't owe her anything. She hurt you. Focus on your own life." But then, another voice. Gentle. Quiet. "Oh." Miriam froze. She knew that voice. It wasn't loud. But it was clear. She brought the phone back to her ear. "Which hospital?" When Miriam walked into the hospital room, she barely recognized Sarah. She looked weak, fragile, different. Their eyes met. For a moment time stood still. "I didn't think you'd come," Sarah said softly. Miriam swallowed. "I almost didn't." Tears filled Sarah's eyes. "I'm sorry for everything." Miriam didn't respond immediately. Instead, she pulled a chair closer and sat down. "I'm here now," she said. And somehow, that was enough. Hours passed. Hours. Silence. Miriam stayed. Even when it was uncomfortable. Even when memories resurfaced. At one point, Sarah looked at her and said, "Why did you come?" Miriam paused. Then answered honestly, "I think God told me to." Sarah stared at her. Then smiled faintly. "I'm glad you listened." The next morning, a doctor approached Miriam. "Are you family?" She hesitated. "I'm a friend." The doctor nodded. "She'll be okay." But she came just in time. Relief washed over Miriam. Then the doctor added, "If she had waited any longer, it could have been fatal." Miriam's heart dropped. Just in time. Days passed. Sarah recovered slowly. But something else was happening too. Healing. Not just physically. Emotionally. Spiritually. One afternoon Sarah said, "You know, I asked God to send someone." Miriam looked at her. "And he sent you." On the day Sarah was discharged, Miriam's phone rang again. This time she answered without hesitation. Hello. Hi, is this Miriam? We're calling from the company you interviewed with last month. Her breath caught. Yes. We'd like to offer you the position. Miriam's eyes filled with tears. She looked at Sarah, then up. And in that moment everything made sense. The call she almost ignored was never just about Sarah. It was about obedience. Sometimes the answer to your prayer is hidden in someone else's need. God may not always speak loudly, but when He whispers, listen. Because one act of obedience can change more than just your life. If this story spoke to you, don't ignore this moment. Like this video so someone else can be encouraged. And subscribe for more powerful faith stories.